Hello and welcome to Sri Raj IS. My name is Shashank Roy, and look at the picture, look at the thumbnail. Kerala's aging population problem. So this article was a part of editorial analysis. This article was a part of editorial The Indian Express, and it was and in the edition of 2nd of April 2026. So I have converted this particular article, Kerala's aging population, into a complete topic of demography. So let's understand it through diagram and then we will go for the slides. Okay. So here it is. This is the real article. Kerala's silver sunrise state must show how an aging population can thrive. So let's understand this thing through diagram. Here it is. Make a rough diagram of India and look at the picture. If you look at northern Indian plains, right, there is a population bulge. There is a population bulge. And when you look at the southern India, you'll find a population saturation. There is a population bulge and there is a population saturation. What does that mean? That the total fertility rate or the fertility rate is higher in northern India and fertility rate is lower in southern state. Means the population is rising, there is a high level, heavy population density in northern states, and there is a population shrinkage in southern state. Now why does that happen? That post independence, with the arrival of Europeans, with the arrival of Europeans, plus post independence, special attention given to education, family planning, social awareness. Kerala controlled its population. Apart from that, migration is one such issue. Migration. So these issues collectively shaped the population growth in southern states, especially Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh. Recently, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu said that he is encouraging people and new couples to produce more babies because Andhra Pradesh has got a negative population growth. This is worrying because if the population is shrinking, who will work in these factories? If there is a population decline, then what will happen? Then the migration will take place from North India to South India. Migration will take place from North India to South India. Is that clear? Is that clear to you? So the that demographic dividend that we talk about, that is not coming from South India, that is coming from North India. The demographic dividend that we talk about, the youngest population between age 18 to 59 years, that is not coming from southern states. There is already an old age population. That population is shrinking. Southern states are facing this problem. There is a labor supply shortage in southern states and their factories and their industries. So the population is coming in the form of migration from North India to South India. I hope this is clear. I hope this thought process is clear. Now let's move on to another one, another topic. Now, if the population is declining, there will be a shortage of workforce. There will be a shortage of workforce. Again, there will be a burden of care. There will be a burden of medical care, right? So I should not call it burden, but again, if we talk about the state and the responsibilities, the state will have more responsibility to take care of the old age population. At the same time, apart from old age population, there will be a shortage of workforce in their economy. So migration will be there. But at the same time, if we talk about Kerala, out of Kerala's total population, Kerala already has 20% of people above 65 years of age. 65 years of age. Now, so what Dr. Shashi Tharoor says, that Kerala should not wait, and Kerala should not wait because their population is not aging. That era has already arrived. 20% of Kerala's population is above 65 years of age, which is known as silver population, which is known as silver population. And below silver population comes gray population. Gray population. So in this article, Dr. Shashi Tharoor says that how this economic burden can be transformed into an economic prosperity. Now, Dr. Shashi Tharoor says that how this economic burden can be transformed from burden to prosperity, and a model, an economic model for India and the world. This is what Dr. Shashi Tharoor is talking about in this article. So let's talk about this article now. Look at this one. Andhra Pradesh draft population policy. How a shift from population control tries to address the decline in fertility rates. Recently, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu expressed its displeasure or expressed his worry about the declining population level in Andhra Pradesh. That is a negative. Now, look at this one. These are the newspaper clippings from the Indian Express. This is the declining trend. I will share the PDF if you want me to do so. UPSC syllabus, this is population and associated issues, demographic dividend and aging population. GS paper 2 talks about state policies on health, women and population management. GS paper 3 talks about demographic dividend, labor force participation and aging economy. Few years back, government launched a launch of longitudinal aging studying in India, LASI report. This research was conducted to understand what percentage of Indian population is under 60 or 65, or to get an estimate about how India should be prepared for its grey population, which is going to be beyond 65 years. If you look at demographic dividend, if you look at the demographic transition, right, this is the image of Thomas Malthus. He was an economist and philosopher who gave the population theory, who spoke about demographic transition. In any civilization, there are 4 stages of population growth. In the first stage, what happens? The birth rate and death rate is so high. Remember 15th of August 1947, when India got independence, we were a poor nation with chronic malnutrition and hunger and death rate. So in that phase, the death rate and birth rate both were high. Then we transitioned from 1947 to 1960s, when we started working for green revolution and worked towards creating vaccines or eliminating diseases. In the second phase, what happens? High birth rate, but death rates decline with the food security, with the arrival of an innovation and research on new medicines. Then comes the third stage. This is where we are standing right now. In the third stage, the birth rate declines and also the death rate declines, and we move towards the population stagnation. This is where India stands today, and we are moving towards population stagnation. And by 2055, we will reach there when the population will start contracting, means the birth rate will decline sufficiently and the death rate will also decline, means we have less number of new young age people in the economy and more burden of aging people. So here it is. This is the demographic dividend reaped by every country. India started its demographic dividend in 2018, and India has a window of 35 years. Till 2055, India will have the young population to work in factories, but after that, India will have to think about how it will cater or how it will take care of the old age population. So by the way, we will get back to Kerala. Kerala witnessing a demographic transition. These are some of the images related to different districts and the population shrinking, taken from The Hindu. So what this article says, Kerala's silver sunrise aging as an opportunity. While everyone is looking for looking towards Kerala or looking towards this grey population as a burden, but Dr. Shashi Tharoor says that how this grey population or the silver population can be an economic opportunity. So have a look at it. Kerala is no longer approaching aging. It's already is an aging society. So it has arrived. 20% of Kerala's population is already above 65 years. By 2026, nearly Kerala's population will have 60 plus age, much higher than the national average of 12%. Now, why this is happening? This is happening because of high life expectancy due to strong healthcare system, Low fertility rate due to education and social progress made by Kerala ahead of other parts of India. Now, India's overall remains young, but Kerala represents India's demographic future in advance. Now, warning signal, aging is happening faster than expected. So, the need of the time is, the question is our healthcare prepared to take care of the aging population? Kerala is a living laboratory of India's future aging challenges. Now, when you go to the hospital, our hospitals are not designed, they are designed for common people, but they're not designed on the basis of age. When when we talk about the aging population, we need a specialized hospital because old age people have different vulnerability, right? They may have fragile bones, they may topple down, they may tumble down, they may have some injury because of falling on the ground, right? They have fragile bones, they have mobility related problems, they have vision related problem, right? So question is, do we have our hospitals prepared for geriatric care or the old age care? So here it says Kerala's success has created a new social and economic strain. The same factor that drove Kerala's development is also creating a structural stress on Kerala's economy. The rising challenges are healthcare system not designed for chronic multi-layered aging diseases, increasing multi-morbidity burden because of aging population. There are financial strains on families and the state, and the social impact will be loneliness epidemic. More and more people are migrating. Kerala is the state with highest migration, highest out migration. Keralites are the biggest diaspora in Middle East. Majority of the nurses working in Gulf countries that they are coming from Kerala. So it is leading to loneliness epidemic and weakening traditional family support system. So when the traditional support system is weakening, these old age people need more care. So existing infrastructure is reacting, not equipped for long-term geriatric needs. Geriatric means old age care. Now the warning signal is, without redesigning our healthcare system, without redesigning our healthcare system, what will happen? We will not be able to give them the medical needs they are looking for. Aging becomes a crisis, not a transition. So, development success has produced a new generation of vulnerabilities, and we have to be prepared for the silver economy. Here, the silver economy we are referring to is related to the old age population, means 20% people. Now, Kerala must shift from welfare mindset to a silver economy approach. So, what is that silver economy approach? Means treating aging as an economic opportunity instead of burden, and service sector expansion. Can we create a model for India? Can we create a model for India, which is for India and the world, which is based on silver economy? What does that mean? Kerala has the coastal zone, Western Ghats, ideal for global retirement ecosystem. Across the world, people are retiring. They are looking for a safe house where they can be taken care of. There are people who do not, who may or may not have kids. So can Kerala create an ecosystem where old age people or the retired people can come and they can live peacefully throughout towards the end of their life? And for that to happen, we need a safe environment. For that to happen, we need builders and civil societies to come together and create an ecosystem. Now, the model vision is integrated retirement communities and not isolated old age homes. Now, what do we need to do here is, we need universal accessibility in these colonies, smart healthcare and digital connectivity. The target is local elderly, Indian diaspora and global retirees. These old age retired people can also come to India for medical treatment, and Kerala is equipped with the best of the best English as well as the natural therapy system. It must avoid elite only enclaves. Now, when Kerala developed these kind of enclaves, it should not be exclusively for rich people. At least 10-15% of the seats must be reserved for the local population and on the basis of socio-economic status. Otherwise, it will become the exclusive privilege given to the rich people. So, aging can become a global competitiveness advantage, and Kerala has everything to create such ecosystem. Now, Kerala's current healthcare system is generalized, one size fits all, whereas it should be specialized for aging population. So what do we need? We need a specialized geriatric care ecosystem. We should pay attention to multi-morbidity management because old age people come with multiple diseases. We need palliative care. We need mental health care. Now, we need, and for that to happen, we need trained workforce, trained doctors, nurses, caregivers, and build geriatric specialization in our hospital. Apart from this, these medical systems should be integrated with Ayurveda and modern medicines, shift from health span to quality of life. Now, so we spoke about the infrastructure, we spoke about the care, we spoke about the trained workers, we spoke about the trained healthcare system. We also need to talk about the technology. We can prepare, we can develop wearable technologies, AI based diagnosis, and remote monitoring so that these old age people can be within the reach of technological care. The warning is without capacity expansion, healthcare will collapse immediately. So we need to develop our capacity. Now, the future model is aging in place with community plus tech support. Now, what Dr. Tharoor says that institutional care alone cannot solve aging problem. The solution lies in aging in place model. Means we need a colony, we need a specialized system where these people can stay with elderly remain in their homes and communities supported by systems. And for that system to happen, we need to take care of the digital health stack, wearable linked to local health centers, and AI driven remote diagnosis. So this is what is required. And on a social level, Dr. Tharoor says that intergenerational hubs, child care and elder care integration means these old age homes, these old age societies should not be isolated one. Should not be isolated one. They must be integrated. They must be integrated. Integrated with what? Integrated with healthcare system, integrated with community, integrated with young age population, right? Integrated with childcare, right? So they need not to be, these societies need not to be isolated, they need to be integrated, otherwise it will further fuel loneliness epidemic. Now, economic layers, what kind of economic layer is needed? We need elder care startup. As of now, the startups are working for medical innovation, but there is no dedicated startup who is working for early, who is working for age old people. Age old people. The technology which can make their life easy. So they need elder care startup. Apart from that, they need ASHA workers to be trained to take care of this old age population. So we need to ensure aging with dignity, independence, and participation. So this is what article says. This is the mind map, and yeah, this is it in this article. We'll get back to you with some more topics. Tab tak ke liye, thank you so much. Wish you a wonderful day ahead. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.